Beijing has condemned Washington's move to sanction 4 Hong Kong officials. The fresh restrictions target those involved in implementing Beijing's controversial national security law in the city.
美方的有关行径公然插手香港事务，粗暴干涉中国内政，严重违反国际法和国际关系基本准则。中方对此坚决反对，强烈谴责。
The U.S. has previously imposed similar sanctions on at least 10 other individuals, including Hong Kong's leader Carrie Lam. Roland Lim reports.
Yes, Hong Kong's number 2, Matthew Cheung, has described the latest sanctions against the 4 Hong Kong officials as unacceptable, outrageous and barbaric.
We are doing our job to protect, safeguard Hong Kong and the national security, the nation's security. Absolutely, it is incumbent on Hong Kong officials to do that. Incumbent on Hong Kong people to safeguard national security. It's our obligation. We are obliged to do it. We should do it. So we are not going to be intimidated by any of these actions.
The 4 are Deng Zhonghua, who is the Deputy Director of the Hong Kong Macau Affairs Office, Edwina Lau, she is the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Li Jiangzhou, who is, and Steve Lee, both senior officials at the National Security Office here in Hong Kong. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says they are being sanctioned for their role in implementing the Hong Kong national security law, and that they will be barred from traveling to the U.S. and any U.S.-related assets will be blocked. Remember, 10 individuals have already been previously sanctioned, including Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie Lam, her cabinet members, Justice Secretary Teresa Cheng, as well as Police Commissioner Chris Tang, as well as Luo Huining, who is Beijing's top envoy here in the city. Meantime, the U.S. State Department has also warned international financial institutions that doing business with these individuals deemed responsible for the clampdown in Hong Kong could also face tough sanctions further down the road. Separately, Mr. Cheung, however, declined to be drawn into commenting on the speculative report that the National People's Congress Standing Committee, that's the country's top legislature, was preparing to oust 4 opposition lawmakers accused of violating their oaths of office by filibustering in the Legislative Council meetings, as well as violating Article 104 of the Basic Law, and that is swearing allegiance to the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Now, all 19 pan-Democrats in the Legislative Council have threatened to resign en masse if Alvin Yeung, Dennis Kwok, Kwok Ka-Kay, as well as Kenneth Leung are ousted. Dennis Kwok, one of the 4, say that lawmakers were only performing their duties in accordance with the rules of procedure and the Basic Law. And it does seem to suggest that those in power, he says, cannot tolerate opposition in the Legislative Council chamber anymore. The 4, I should mention, also previously have also been banned from seeking re-election in the next Legislative Council elections. This after returning officers ruled that the lawmakers would not uphold the Basic Law.